Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Oh, hello, everybody. Just letting everybody come in. So, medium Michael Man Mondays. We're going to see what we end up doing tonight because your boy is white at the moment. Hey, soul artist Robin. Hello, Andy. Hello, divine kinesiology healing. Hello, KJG. Hello, IMHV. Oh, hello, Mary. Hello, Joe. Oh, Lord above. Hello, Jacqueline. Thanks for the likes and the shares, folks. It helps to get the live out there. We'll see what we do today. I am pretty wiped, honestly. I don't know what we're going to do today. Some people are asking, what are we doing today? Hello, Chelsea. I don't know. I am feeling a little wiped. I might be doing readings. We're going to see. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for some hydration to kick in, see if that helps. But I'm a little bit wiped today, and so we'll see how we go. April. Tea is right here, but I'm kind of chilling on the tea. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We're gonna see. I might do readings. We'll see how we go. I just sat for a little bit to see if I could feel anything, and I really wasn't feeling much. So that's not really a good sign if I'm trying to do readings. Hey, soulful Amy. So we'll see what happens. I'm good with just chilling. You always make Mondays much better. Thanks. That's so sweet. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it today. I'm definitely feeling, well, that workout was pretty rough today. And also, I don't think I ate enough today. So I think I'm a little bit right now. So wie will Sie, mein Freunden? Energy feels chaotic in my world. I can't even meditate. Is table dipping coming back anytime soon? It can. It can. How can you raise my vibration? I don't know. Shoot me up with something? Shoot me up with drugs, I'm guessing? That's quite the pee there, Bailey. But hey, we're happy to have you peeing. I'd rather you pee than not pee. Oh. Bailey's doing better. He's been good. I haven't been on. Oh, you haven't been on. Yeah, I also haven't been on that much this last couple of weeks, just because I was traveling. Oh, I'll try to do a reading or two. I might do psychic tonight, just because. But yeah, I think I just need to eat, and I don't like to eat before I do this. So I'm trying to cut back on black tea actually because it's impacting my iron absorption, and as a vegan, that's already not great. I need to make sure that I'm having enough iron. So yeah, I'm kind of cutting back on the black tea, and I'm going more towards not black tea. Hold on, let me see if I can move this lighting just slightly. It seems pretty dark on my face, I feel like. Okay. That's a little bit better, brightness-wise. It's casting a little bit of a weird shadow. Let me lower it. Just a touch. Yeah, that probably will be better. Okay, Bailey, get down. Oh, you want people to see you? Okay, here's Bailey. Healthy and happy and whole. Aren't you healthy, happy and whole? Oh, okay. He's like, put me down, he said. Hey, Noel. You're looking for healing on your left shoulder blade? Okay, I can probably do that tonight. That's usually something I can do. He is a handsome boy, isn't he? He's a good looking boy. He's pretty much perfect, honestly. Yeah, so I can probably do that, Divine, if you need help with that. I'm just a little bit out of it today, unfortunately. I just haven't eaten enough. That's literally what it is. I already know that is what it is. Thanks for joining, D Nicey. Appreciate it. Welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do a psychic reading, and we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully it goes well, but again, I'm really not feeling it this evening, so let's find out together, shall we? We're gonna find out together. Let me see if I can even feel any energy. So give me a second while I just see if I got any juice in me today. Right now, I don't feel like I do, to be honest. Yeah, I really think I'm on empty, guys. I really don't know that I'm able to do any readings today. Hello, Marissa. Hello, Kaylin. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Mystic Staff. Thank you. Sending juice. Thanks, Madeline. Thanks, Melly. We just love your company. That's very kind. Hey, Coley. Harmon. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything. We're gonna try. I could definitely probably do a healing. That's pretty the one that is the easiest for me to do. In fact, maybe we should just start there. Hey, Angie. Maybe we should just start there and see if that like moves some energy or like brings me to life in some way. You can just stand there in that shirt. I can just flex. How about I just flex? Actually, I'm so much smaller than I was. That surgery that I had, my muscles went away, got a little fatter. I'm just, trying to get back to it. So it's true. I like listening to you. No need for anything cray if it ain't there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm drinking some water, hoping that maybe it's just a little dehydration. And once I have some water, I'll suddenly feel back to life. Thanks, Madeline. So sweet. You guys are so sweet. Telling me that you're happy with just whatever I can bring today. That's very kind. Any suggestions to bring back my clairsentience? I mostly only have clairaudience. It's very frustrating. Well, if you have clairaudience, that's pretty freaking great. You should be very happy with that. Clairaudience is the easiest work with, given that you can just repeat what you hear and ta-da, you're done. So it's super easy. So be happy that you have clairaudience, because that's a good one. If it's a good clairaudience, you don't really need much else. You listen, repeat, listen, repeat, listen, repeat. So if it's good clairaudience, great. But if you are wanting to develop your sensitivity for feeling when you're sitting in the power, which you should be, because that will help to develop that, then you can focus on the feeling. Focus on tingling, buzzing, warmth, heaviness, thickness in the atmosphere. Those are the things you're noticing. You notice them, accept them, let them go. And so that's what's going to help you to have that clairsentience be more and more developed. God, I'm trying to find a good spot to put this. Let's do that, and then I'll put you here, and then put that there. That'll work. So focusing on the feeling, that's really how you redevelop your clairsentience, and you ignore the other clairs. You don't try to experience that. Let's see. I have clairvoyance, but often don't know why I'm seeing it. Yeah, so that's where clairsentience come in. Clairsentience is your foundation for all of your mediumistic awareness. And you should have clairsentience in everything that you're doing, everything you're experiencing. So if you're not experiencing that, then that's what you want to be developing, is your clairsentience. Or I have clairvoyance, often don't know what I'm seeing it. Or clairaudience, I hear one word. Yeah. So if you're only hearing one word, that's probably not that useful or helpful. So for anyone who's having trouble, definitely develop your clairsentience. That's probably the most important clair to develop, because it provides context for everything else. So if you have your clair sentience, it's going to be the foundation. Context comes through feeling. It tells you what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. And so you need to have a very clear sense of that internal feeling. And also having a sense of clairsentience also helps you to have a feeling of presence and knowing when it's there and when it's not there. So that you're not guessing at information, or you're not trying to reach for anything, because if you're not feeling the power and the energy building, you don't have a proper link. So that's the most important thing, honestly. A lot of it is vague, though. I can't feel them at all. Feels like I'm talking to air. Just really want to be able to feel their emotions and personality. Okay, yeah. So since you're saying that you can't feel, Reese, then you really want to focus and put your energy into sitting in the power regularly. I have a sitting in the power meditation on my website, mediummichaelmayo.com, under resources. And if you're still having trouble, consider working with me, because that's what I'm known for. I'm known for getting people to feel more. If you want to sit in the power, how often should we sit in the power if actively developing? You should be sitting in the power at least 4 times a week for 30 minutes, at least. So that's my recommendation when people ask me that. I wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll try to get into prayer and meditation, but it's for some reason my body want to go back to sleep. What do you recommend? Putting greater space. Do you normally wake up at 3 in the morning? Do you have to get up that early every day? You need to put more space between when you went to sleep and when you start doing this. So you're going to need to put maybe an hour or something. Wait till you've actually actively woken up and you're no longer. I know for me, it takes me 20 minutes to wake up and be alive. So you're going to have to give yourself a bit more space there. How come you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning if it's not normal for you? Hey, Michael, do you do healing on animals? My little guy is feeling sick. I do healings on animals, yes. I've had a lot of success with horses. A lot of success. They're very susceptible to it. Hi, soul friend. That's funny that we were talking about sitting the power. I'm jumping back into it. It's so necessary. It really is. And honestly, I've been really bad about sitting myself recently. So I need to get a bit better at that. When I'm working a lot, because I'm working with the spirit world all the time, one of the last things I want to do is sit down and focus on sitting with the spirit even more, which is terrible because that is the thing that keeps you nice and sensitive and connected, excuse me. Okay, I think the water was the key because I'm starting to feel a little bit more energy, guys. So that's a good sign for hopefully doing readings. Can it be a double person left shoulder heal? It's always my left shoulder too. Yeah, I mean, I can work on shoulders. Shoulders are relatively easy for me. I'm embarrassed to admit a little hot water drink. Yeah, okay. I only get clairaudience when I'm about to fall asleep. Yeah, that does happen. That's because clairaudience comes best when you're very relaxed and surrendered, just like all the other clairs, but it's specifically clairaudience tends to be the one that shows up when you're very relaxed. How many listen to the power? My ADHD won't let me. Then you need to do it even more because that's the only way you're going to break through that wall of your ADHD and use a guided meditation like the one on my website. I can feel like a certain number when my loved one is near. Could that be true? I can feel like I see a certain number. Maybe it could maybe be true. Let's see. Clairsentience is my strongest. I struggle with all others. That's okay. Clairsentience is the foundation of all your others. The rest will come the more surrendered you are. Don't look for them. It takes me 3 hours to wake up and be alive. Yeah, so it takes a long time to get up and move around. Yeah, for me it takes about 20 minutes. So I can literally put a clock on and literally be like, okay, I'm getting up at 9, and in 20 minutes I will be fully awake again at 9:20. It's like clockwork. My energy has been so off, I can't get my energy back. Then you have to be sitting. That's the way you're going to get your energy back. That makes sense. I felt clairaudience the other day for the first time, and I was very zoned out. Exactly. How do you become very relaxed while awake? I've practiced advanced meditation. And if you are practicing advanced meditations and you still don't know how to relax, there's a question around there. Maybe go back to basics because that's really the key. Finding your mechanism of surrender is one of the most important things. It's something we teach in Foundations 1 is how to find your mechanism of surrender. What do I need to do that helps me to surrender and relax more? How can we break through shyness with developing? Yeah, that's a pretty common thing. Everyone's going to feel a little bit nervous, a little bit insecure, that sort of thing. So I want you to recognize that you're all learning. As long as you're in some sort of learning environment, everyone's learning. You're supposed to fail. You're supposed to do bad. The shyness comes out of fear of not doing well or anxiety or kind of being afraid to be wrong. You need to be wrong. So if you're wrong, good. You should be wrong big and loud and in your face because the more you lean into the thing you're afraid of, the more quickly you're going to pass through it. Last time I sat, ears were popping like crazy. I've been sick. Why healing only during the power? Haley, can you clarify what you mean by why healing only during the power? I'm working on not being afraid of my clairaudience, but it's hard for me. Yeah, so there's nothing to fear from the other world. If you're having things that are scary happening in your clairaudience, it's likely not clairaudience because they're not going to tell you negative, bad things or scary things. So I would say that. For those of you in the Tiffany Talks, if you can give some more likes and shares, that would be amazing. That way we can get some more followers in here. Many mediums tell me if I'm unhappy in my personal life, then my heart chakra might be blocked, and that's why I can't see spirit. Do you agree with that? I don't believe in blocked chakras. You don't even use the chakra system. I don't find it very useful. I think it's better to think of your energy as a whole. I think chakra system is something people just use out of convenience for understanding things, but I don't think it's actually necessary to use the chakra system personally. I found that it doesn't help anything, and in some cases it actually hinders the idea that we are spirit because it's on this idea of things can open and close, and that's just not it. Think of your energy as a whole. It all opens up. It all expands. I think that's a really important concept to have. So no, do I think that if your personal life is bad, your heart chakras might be closed? No, but I do think that if you have a hard time relaxing and surrendering because of the personal things happening in your life, then yeah, then that might block you, but it's nothing to do with your heart chakra. My cat Ghost Ball came in. I ordered So many little ones to put around the apartment. They're so cute. That's cute, Manya. Let's see, where do we go? How to connect with our spirit guides. Should I ask for signs? I have a connecting with your spirit guide meditation on my website. That is an effective way. If you don't have my book, I also walk you through spirit guides and how to connect. So that's Spirit Speaks, Gia. And so you can get my book, but also you can just get the exercise from my website. I think there's an intro and also the actual meditation, and you can try to scratch my head through my hat. You can get that meditation through my website, and that will be helpful for that. Let's see. I received a message from the spirit. I feel a message from the spirit of the jellyfish. The other day, a jellyfish surrenders to the flow of the ocean, allows it to take it where it needs to be. And so it is with spirit. When we surrender, spirit will take us where we need to be. Yeah, I completely agree, Cody. That's actually really, really right. Hey, Claudette. Yeah, guys, I think I might be able to do readings. I think the key was water because, like, I'm feeling so much better. So, yay. I was in a deep sleep, but I felt some sort of negative energy looking over me. Is that possible? What you're talking about is what's called sleep paralysis, where we sort of wake up or we sort of have an awareness of our space, but we're still partially asleep. And it's very normal for people to have the presence or the sense that someone is there. Oftentimes people thinking of it as a little goblin or a witch or something scary. And that's because the brain is creating a story for this feeling of either not being able to move or some sort of subconscious thing going on. So I want to just highlight that's why that's happening. It's not actually relating to reality. So there is no negative energy that's looking at you or looking over you. Oftentimes it's nerves because of being in that half awake, half asleep state and not being clear on what's kind of going on. Hello, everyone. Is there a reason why I constantly involuntarily shake my head? I often feel there's a presence around. I'm going to need Pure Sage a lot more information as to the context of when that's happening, why that's happening, when did it start, when do you find it happens the most? Like, there's a lot more information for me to be able to answer that. Let me see here. Let me look over here, baby. Gotta see what people are saying. Oh, Lord above. How do we can relax while I live? Yeah, definitely water. Oh my God, this is like saving my life right now. How can I make the shyness? I ran through that. Last time I sat, my ears were popping like crazy. I've been sick. Yeah, okay, that was the question. She needs to give me more information. I'm working on being not afraid of clairaudience. Just effective hearing, but not scary a bit. Just startling a bit. Yeah, well, it should only really be happy when you're ready to work. I need to learn to let go of stress to fully sit and notice when I'm relaxed. It works much better. Yeah, but the thing is the practice itself of sitting in the power can help you to relax so that you can start to sense and feel. One thing that I will also throw in here too is that your first 12 to 15 minutes of sitting in the power is probably going to be your mind like going like crazy. So you have to get past that first bit and focus on just what you're experiencing within your energy. That's what's going to help you to move things along. Sitting in the power is meant to bring you what you need at that time. Not sure why I wouldn't get the healing from my team without spirit. So it's bringing you what you need, not necessarily anything, but you can ask specifically for healing. Just ask them for healing. If you just ask them for sitting for healing, then they'll bring that. Spirit said you just need to talk about them before they would show up. I know, right? What does it mean if someone's selenite breaks after giving me a reading? It doesn't mean anything. It just means that they're, hey, Miranda. It just means that their selenite broke. It doesn't mean anything. Passing your house. Hello. Hello. Hi, Barbara. Good evening. Good evening to you. Okay. It's a truly pleasure to see you doing lives in YouTube. You are the teacher of the teachers. Many mediums talk so highly. Thanks, Gia. That's so kind. I've been doing it a while, so it makes a lot of sense. Sleep paralysis is a scary thing. It's just hard to realize how it affects us while we're in it, for sure. That's very kind that people are speaking highly of me. It's my first time in your live chat. Looking forward to watching you read. Thanks, Reese. Welcome, Tiki. I love sitting in the power. I do it regularly, especially before I do readings. Exactly. That's a really helpful time to do it. Okay, so I do think I'm going to do readings. I'm going to try. I know I'm just feeling a little bit off, but this water is definitely bringing me back to life and making me feel a lot better. So hopefully that means my readings are going to actually work. Again, I'm not feeling 100%, but I'm definitely feeling better than I was feeling, and I think I'm just dehydrated. When I asked a specific question, my spirit guide answers is when I'm doing Reiki and when I'm speaking to my higher self. I hope that makes sense. What? When I asked a specific question to my spirit guide ancestors, oh, that's when you're hearing, that's when you're having the, what'd you say? The involuntary head shaking. It's just a reaction to energy. That's what's happening. So are you referring to like something like that? Or are you referring to like this? Or are you referring to like this? Like, I don't know which one you're referring to, but either way, it's most likely just a reaction. You're reacting to energy. That's all that's really happening there. Have I tried liquid IV? I have, yeah. I'm not that kind of dehydrated. I think I just needed water because I just haven't drank much today. So I think that's what's happening. And I also worked out. So that makes me dehydrated more. Anyway, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So, yeah, I guess let's do a little thing I'm gonna do. Aaliyah says your book is amazing. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. I know. I wish I had some coconut water. Soul Artisan Robin. I've been extremely tired the last 2 days too, Michael. Oh, we need rest. I've just been working a lot. Rachel says I loved your book too. Thank you so much. It has a lot of really positive reviews all over. So that's Spirit Speak in case anyone is interested. I've been told I'm clairaudient, but my ear is ringing constantly, so that's all I hear. Any suggestions? Ear ringing has nothing to do with clairaudience, to be honest. It's tinnitus, and and especially if it's happening all the time, it's not clairaudience. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a bubble popper. I like things to be real, grounded, and practical, and that is not clairaudience. That's like a thing that people have put out there in the New Age world. That if you hear ringing in your ear, it's something to do with spirit. It's not true. Most of the time it is. Can it be that you get a little ringing in your ear? Yes. Related to clairaudience for sure, when you're like starting to go into an altered state or something like that, absolutely. But it's temporary and it goes away like within seconds, so it's not something that would do that. So yeah, if you have ringing in your ear, it's tinnitus, and that is something that we need to you probably need to have that looked at. Clairaudience will be information. If you have clairaudience, you will hear information. It's not just the ringing in the ear. And so I want to just kind of set that record straight for everybody, because there's a lot of misinformation about mediumistic and psychic indicators, and it's a lot of airy-fairy stuff that's just not real. And I say that with all the love and compassion, because I just don't like people getting fed things that it makes people hopeful that something's going to happen, and it has nothing to do with that. I rather you know what the real stuff is and how to actually develop all of these sort of senses and experiences, which is why I wrote a book on it, Spirit Speaks, and also why I teach it every day. Do you have a lot of head nodding when you sit in the power and have convos with people you don't know in life and barely remember when coming out of sitting in the power, or do you remember everything? Yeah, I mean, a little bit in the beginning. I can find that like my head will kind of go up and down as I'm going into that headspace, but it's not something that like sticks around for a long time. And no, I generally don't really remember a lot from my sitting in the powers. Michael, I missed where you can get my book. You can get it on Amazon. If you don't want to support Amazon, you can get it from llewellyn.com, or you can likely get it in a local bookstore. I mean, it's out there. I get pictures from people all the time sending me their book in different countries, and Australia and the Netherlands and China and like all kinds of things. Michael, I misread. Sorry. Someone said, "Why is your book not in the library?" I don't know. That's a library question. You probably want to ask the librarian to carry it, and then it probably will. Just got a notification. Hold on. Oh, it's just something asking me for money. My ringing in my ears, temporary hearing is normal otherwise. Okay, cool. Yeah, it should be then connected somehow to your spiritual awareness, meaning when you're going in and out of that state, it's likely that. But again, it has nothing to do with clairaudience. Clairaudience is going to happen. If clairaudience is going to happen, you will have information. It's not just going to be just a sound, unless it's a sound connected to the communicator or to something like a bell, jingling keys, a saucer in a saucepan, a barking dog, a whispered name. You know what I mean? Like that's how that works. So it's normal to not really remember everything from sitting. I thought I was doing it wrong. No. You don't have to remember everything when you're sitting. Not at all. You're just going into a still, quiet place. Okay. So I don't really know, guys. I don't really know what I want to do here, but I'll try to do a reading. Let's try, and we'll see what happens. Yes, I'm in Canada. I'm going to order it. Thank you. You're welcome, Claudette. When did you discover you're a medium? When I was 18 years old. A medium told me I was a medium. Then I went to my first class, and then I got things right. Then after that, I didn't, and so I had to work to develop my mediumship. That's also all in my book, as well. Are you doing readings or are these spirit leds? I'm not doing paid readings. I never do paid readings online. They're always free if I'm doing a live. I only do readings through my website. If you're going to be paid, you're going to pay then. If you're not following me, do give me a follow so that you can know when I'm going live. Hey, Lynn. And that way you can potentially get a reading. Why do I feel and hear being smacked? I'm going to need a little more context to be able to answer that question. Hey, Amy. Oh, shit. I don't have a pen. Okay, I need to just start working and get some of these out. Hey, Shelly. Okay, so let's do that. I don't know how I freaking want to do this. I need to get someone up, I think. I need to get a person on here. Maybe I should start with healings. Maybe I should do the two shoulders, and then I'll give a reading, because then that way I'm kind of more in the zone. I think that might be better. I think that might be better. Let me start with the two healings. That way I'm just kind of in the zone a little bit more, and then we'll go into. You have to be able to go live, though. So you have to be able to come up on the live if I'm going to do a healing for you, okay? So I had two people that said their shoulders were hurting. So who were the two people? Was it Angela and Divine? Yeah, well, the pain is real. Was it Angela and Divine? Were you the one saying that you had shoulder pain? No, you don't need to have a certain amount of followers anymore. You used to, but you don't have to anymore. But you can send a request. Yeah, you don't need to have your camera on. I don't need to see you. I just need to be able to talk to you. Angela, why don't you start us off? And then Divine, if you want to hang out for a minute. Yeah, you have to request. So on the bottom of the screen, you'll notice the kind of red and blue guest button. Click that, and then you'll be able to come up. My cat Bo passed away 2 months ago. I'm so sorry, Claudette. I've heard him picking at my bed. He like he did before. It's so amazing knowing they never truly leave us. That is very true. I'm sorry for your loss. You're in the thing, Divine, so you'll be next. So I already have you up. Hi, Angela.
Hi.
How are
Can you
you?
hear me okay?
I can hear you perfect.
Fantastic.
Okay, so Angela, I'm just writing some things down. Okay, so talk to me about what's going on. Have you ever seen me do healings before?
I have seen you do one healing, yes.
Okay, cool. So you kind of have an idea of how it works then.
A little bit, yeah.
Beautiful. So what I'd like to do is I'd like you to describe to me what's going on. What's the problem?
I just tend to have a lot of tension in my shoulders, particularly my left shoulder. I notice it gets worse if I have lack of sleep. I try to stretch it out and use it, and when I exercise more often, it seems to do better.
Okay.
Yeah, and it sometimes gets into like the neck pain as well on that left side, but it's mostly just like in that left shoulder.
I don't always love working on just tension, but I will do it, and we'll see if we can get any movement in that. But what's the pain level right now?
I mean, it's pretty mild. It's probably like right now it's it's about a 4.
Okay, 4 is enough to work on. How do you set a 3 though? I probably would have been like, come back when it's like a 6.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're feeling anything at all, just the reason is because it's most likely muscular, and the muscular stuff is just me literally just trying to relax it and to kind of relieve some of the pain generally. And sometimes that takes quite a lot of focus and energy for something that you could just stretch and exercise to make it get better. But I will definitely give it a go and see if we can get any relief for you. So if you have some pain, is there any motion that you can do that tests it to make sure, like to see if it's getting any improvement or no?
Yeah, I mean, like, that stretch when you kind of put it above your head and you wrap your other arm around your back, like one of them is a lot worse.
Kind of like this, this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, one of them is worse than the other. Like I can't really touch with one side, and the other side I can. And it's that left side that's a little worse, I think.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, because the healing generally works really well if it's like an actual injury or like some sort of thing going on. But it sounds like there's mostly just tension. Where specifically around the shoulder blade does it hurt? I'm like, can I show you my shoulder blade?
Yes,
I'm
like, very helpful. Yes.
I'm like trying to be like, I think
it up in there.
Here? Okay. What about here? Like here? This part of the chicken wing? I don't know. Okay, so somewhere right in there. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so it's a 4 right now, you'd say.
Yeah, I'd say it's a 4. And I feel like I always live around a 3. Sometimes it gets up to a 6 on that side.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work through several different healing techniques, not modalities, but just like different things I do to move energy in a very specific way. All I need from you is to just tell me if that's making a difference. It's okay if it's not. You won't offend me. You don't have to apologize. I just need you to be honest, because it'll tell me whether that thing that I'm doing is working or not, so I can try something different until we do find something that works. A really example that I always give is I was working on someone that lost their taste from COVID, and I did like 8 different techniques, and it was number 7 that did something. So I'm going to work through whatever I can to try to get some movement in that to get rid of the pain for you. Yeah, does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you just need to just chill. You don't have to do anything special. I'm just going to start to get that energy going. You said that is the left shoulder, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I always start with the first two that are more broad. And I always start with the same thing. So I would like to see if that first one did anything to it. How does it feel right now?
Yeah, I felt a lot of warmth in that shoulder, and it kind of spread out. Sort of, it started like in the middle and kind of just spread out broadly. And I felt like a little bit of a dropping release sensation.
Oh, good. So that first one is one is working. So if it was a 4 before, is the pain still a 4?
I'd say it maybe dropped like half a step.
Okay, so 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, tell me if that did anything.
I feel like it's interesting. I felt like a bit of a numbing sensation. Like there's like some numbing happening there.
And then did it change at all from a 3.5? Does it become something else? Or is it the same?
I'm not. It's hard. It's hard for me to really tell what happened there.
Okay.
Just like some numbness.
But the pain still feels the same. So like a 3.5, 4-ish, or maybe give it a little movement, do a little reachy thing. That way we can test it. Because sometimes it is hard to tell the subtle difference if it's kind of subtle. Also, if you just sort of feel less of something, it's sort of hard to tell what it's doing.
Right. I'd say it's either still a 3.5 or down to a 3. Like the tension in my neck is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, but the shoulder does feel a little bit more numb, which is nice.
Okay. I'm going to keep it at 3.5 just because I want to, because I don't, unless it's a very obvious shift, I don't really want to take that. So give me a second. I want you to check that because I went back to what I was doing before and I want to see if that was better than what I did and changed.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think it loosened a little bit more.
Okay. How about the pain in it for your neck and your tension?
Yeah, I'd say it went down to a 3 or 2.5.
Okay, we're gonna go with 3 just because I don't like to give myself more credit. And but it sounds like the previous thing I was doing was working better. I'm gonna try one more thing that's kind of new, and we'll see if that works. I'm going to check that one because I want to see. I was going to do something else just then, and I was like, no, let me separate these because I want to see if the other one works better. Okay, so how did that go?
I'm not sure if I feel much difference there.
Okay, so that one was pretty much the same. So that one's not a good one for you. Okay, let me try this one other thing, and then I'll go back to the one that seems to be working the most, but I'm just trying to see which was going to work the best for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me see here. So that one's not it. So let's go. I want to try this. Okay, check that. Let's just see what that does.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was better than the previous one you just did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's better than the first one that you did.
Sure. So if it was a 3 before, what is it now?
I'd say it's about a 2. Or even like 1.5.
Okay. So almost gone is what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty much gone, I think.
Okay.
Even the tension, like the just the tension is better.
Good. That's
Like
it's generally what I was just working on just then. Okay, so that was literally called tension out. Is
helps a lot.
is what I'm doing. Okay. So let me just see if I can get rid of this altogether. Give me a second. Okay, I want you to check that.
Yeah, I think that's all gone now. That's really good.
Yeah, for you, that was just the second one. The second one, or kind of the first, because I kind of started with the one I don't normally start with. That one seemed to work the best. I don't know why I was making it more complicated. I should have just stuck with the first one the whole time. But I kind of wanted to test things out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say?
Do you teach like these different healing modalities like on your website?
Yeah. So I'm not teaching them yet. I'm pretty close to getting to the point where I'm ready to teach that. So probably I'll likely start teaching this sometime next year. So probably in the earlier part of next year is when I'll start teaching this as like something you can, come learn to do. But would you say it's a 0 now? Did we get you to a 0?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Perfect.
I feel relaxed and like there's no pain.
Perfect. That's what we want. So yeah, I will be teaching this at some point. If you're not already part of like Oak Ridge or my website, my online school is oakbridgeinstitute.org. And then my personal website is Media Michael Mayo. If you're a part of any of that, you'll get notified when I start teaching that. Oh, I'll probably come on here and do the same thing. But I'm glad to hear your shoulder's feeling better. And hopefully you have that stays that way. Sometimes the pain will come back. But just know that sometimes it's just a healing journey where maybe it might strike back up again and then start to diminish shortly thereafter, which often happens. But what I would suggest is if you can just do me a favor and send me a message right after you get off this live here and just say, hey, you worked on my left shoulder today. That way I can message you and I don't have to hunt you down to get a follow-up and just know how you're doing. And then if I need to work on you again. Okay?
Sure. Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so it's amazing you're going to teach healing. Yeah, no, it's always been part of the plan is to teach healing as well. Hi, Evie. Hi, Al. Hi, Tama. And yeah. Let me go to the other person. Divine, are you still here?
Greetings.
Hey, how's it going, Divine?
Well, I didn't get much sleep.
Oh, no.
But
okay, so talk to me about what's going on with your shoulder.
Yes, sure. It's very, very deep tissue, and I've been having that for as long as I remember. I think that it's connected to something like a trauma.
Sure.
I'm not sure which kind of trauma that I'm holding on to, but I've been going through a lot of trauma healing and, self-healing and self-realization with self-love and, that kind of stuff. But I know that it's very deep, and I've been having this issue because I've been always doing the cupping for myself towards that area, which is very difficult. It's in the same side with my heart where it's located, but on the back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's pulsating in a sense that it's just pulsating the pain.
Sure.
And sometimes it's getting bigger pulse, and sometimes it's just small. But believe it or not, while you were healing her, I was 9.5.
In pain level?
Dropped to 6.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, that sometimes happen. We call them collateral healings, which absolutely do happen. So right now you'd say it's a 6, yeah? And it's on the left side, on the back, kind of between your scapulas?
Exactly. And very deep. And like the curve that actually comes down and up. So it's pulsating towards the shoulder and the neck area on the left side.
Perfect. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So it's like a mid-thoracic sort of pain that radiates to the shoulder and the neck, essentially.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay, let me just make note of that. Well, the fact that you may be getting a collateral healing is a good sign that this will probably work for you. So let's see. Mid-thoracic.
I'm very sensitive, I can sense this. And
sure.
I was just having my eyes closed, and I was just tapping the screen, and I was like, yes, I'm feeling it. And I was just getting that, with Angela.
So it was a 9 before, and then it went to a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So we're going to start with a 6, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to just do the same exact thing. So just be honest. All I really care about is the number changing, because even if you can feel the energy, if it's not doing anything, it doesn't actually matter. So just let me know if that starts to happen. I'm going to start working, and we'll see where we go, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, I want you to check that and just let me know if that's made any difference.
Yes, I did feel kind of like a sensation of, a little bit like a cold breeze.
Mm-hmm. And then did the pain change at all from a 6? Did it go down at all?
Yes, it kind of spread a little bit, like into all direction, kind of like.
So if the pain was a 6, is it still a 6, or did it go down in number?
Let's say 5. Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually doing a movement, so the neck area is a little bit more like towards the front side. It's coming like from the up shoulder and then towards the front. So that is basically where it's pulsating upwards.
Okay.
But the lower, I definitely feel it's spread out.
Okay. And then like for your neck, is it a different number than your mid-back area? Is it the same number or is it a different number? Are they separate or are they the same?
I would say that the upper side is a little bit, let's say 6.2.
Okay, I like that specificity. That's funny. Okay, and so the lower back is the part that got a little bit of relief there?
Yes, by the way, I'm actually wearing the stickers, like the Ayurvedic kind of Chinese. Mm-hmm. They're not Ayurvedic, but they are like Chinese stickers with the magnets on my upper side. So I guess that the pain is kind of like, because it's supposed to help with the pain, because I've been having very like, so I think that the lower side, the scapula, and it's a little bit like less, like it's definitely 5.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just going to separate those and treat them differently, just because they do seem to be different. So give me a second. Okay, so let's do this. I want you to check and see if that did anything.
Yeah, you're absolutely amazing. I mean,
what did it do?
A movement, and I'm feeling like it's shifted into the right side, because I don't feel much in that area.
Okay, good.
As I used to.
Good, perfect. Because sometimes I have to chase the pain; it starts to move, and so then I have to kind of chase it down. But if you're the sort of scapula-y sort of area, if that was a 5, what is it now?
I would say 3.5.
Okay.
It's much less.
Okay, and then if your neck was 6.2, is it still a 6.2, or did it go down?
Yes, the neck is approx, let's say 6. The neck is,
Okay, so the neck hasn't changed.
Definitely.
Okay, so I might have to do more detailed work there, but let me try to get rid of this lower part first. You said it moved to the right a little bit?
Yeah, actually a lot, because when I do this kind of movements, I do feel more like, yeah, it shifted to the right.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, I want to just check that because I did something slightly different. I want to see if that did anything. Mostly just the scapula area. Did that change at all?
Did you do something to the right side?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the pain is much, much less.
So if it was a 3.5 before, did it go down?
Yeah,
What would you say it is now?
I would say the scapula. Okay. The neck has the higher tension,
Yeah.
and the scapula has lower. So I would say maybe scapula is like two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the neck is still there. I haven't been working on your neck. I'm just working on this one part first. And then I'll go to your neck and work on it separately. But I'm just trying to get rid of as much of this lower one I can do as much as possible. It's always the tricky thing about backs is that sometimes you have to start treating them entirely separately rather than together. So give me a second. Okay, check that.
Yes, it dropped to one. Like I barely. I can move like the movements that I couldn't do earlier.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And then check your neck for me. Is it still a 6 or did it change?
The tension is down to 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's definitely better.
I worked on it on that round. Just because I was there, I was like, hey, I'm here. I might as well start trying to get that to go down. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working my way to try to get this all to 0. So give me a second. Okay, let's just check that, see if that's doing anything. How is the scapula
I'm very
area?
relaxed right now.
Good, we like relaxed.
I was holding on to the pain, and I realized that I just surrender and I just let it go. Cause
Good. Did it change the number? Did it go to 0 yet?
I think so. It's very difficult to say. As
if you pay attention to the middle of your back and you feel that middle of your back area, did that feel like that went to, is it still a 1 or did it change?
Okay, are you talking about the upper or the lower, like the scapula?
The scapula.
The scapula is 0.
Great. And then if you feel in the upper area near your neck, if it was a 4 before, what is it now?
2.5, I think. I'm not sure what's going on in the upper side.
No, it's okay. It just means I have to do extra work there. No, that's fine. But you can feel definitely relief near the scapula lower part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. So then let's go ahead and just see if we can get this last little bit out of that neck area. Because that upper back necky area. So you can see that oftentimes when I'm working on backs, I have to split them up because there's different pain coming from different things. And while we call it all one thing, it's not actually one thing. It's a series of a bunch of different little things, and they can all be kind of coming from different spots. So that's why I'm trying to get this out of here. Okay, check that. Tell me what you notice.
I would like to say that it's gone.
Is there a but there, or it is?
I think that, wait.
Do me a favor. Stand up and just walk around the room for 1 second and give yourself a little like movement, move your head, and I want you to tell me what happens. Yeah, Moonlight Mama, it's very common to what we do is get like collateral healing. So if you're feeling like you're getting less neck tension, it's not surprising. This is what we call collateral healing.
Yes, number one. Yes, there is a one, but you know.
Tell me exactly where it is. Tell me exactly where that is.
Okay. Do you know where is your? Well, my English is, you know. Well, I'm trying.
You're doing great, but do your best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know? Can you like? You know where is your top right now, holding your neck? There. Yes.
And
so
on the left side,
this side.
Oh,
yes, on the left side, from the top to the down. Like go a little bit. Yes, not that far. Yeah, and then a little bit lower.
Like back here?
No, towards the front.
Okay, so more here.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, check that.
You got it to the zero. I feel it. I absolutely feel it.
Yay!
Spread out. Yes.
Amazing. We love it. That's what we want. So, Divine, what I want you to do is I want you to send me a message right after we get off this and just tell me what I worked on for you. That way I don't have to hunt you down to follow up. So please send me that message right after we get off of this. It's possible that it will come back. And if it does, don't freak out because it just means either A, you're having a healing journey. It's going to spike a little bit and then drop off. Or it's going to be... hopefully it doesn't come back, but if it does, we might just need to do another session, another treatment or something like that. So, yeah, hopefully that helps.
Amazing if it wouldn't come back.
I would love that. I would love that if it didn't come back. So the fact that it did anything, though, the fact that you're right now sitting here without pain and you're not experiencing any of that, it just goes to show you that you can. So that means that whatever the solution may be, you are capable of no longer having this pain. And so I just want you to really let that sink in, that it is possible for you to fully no longer have this, whether the solution is me, whether the solution is something else. I just want you to know that, okay?
Thank you. Yeah, it's all about the mental subliminal, like so.
Yeah, but I mean, also just the belief, because sometimes the belief that it's possible. I think when we have something that's chronic or something that's been with us our whole life or something like that, it's easy for us to just assume that that's never going to go away. Well, here's a perfect example where that is not there. So whether it is this solution or something else, you are capable of not experiencing that pain and have it go away. So I think it's just an important thing to really, really internalize. So thank you so much for being on here. Do send me that message right after we get off. And then, yeah, I'll speak to you soon, okay?
I appreciate you so much.
You're
Thank
so
you
welcome.
so much.
My pleasure. Thanks for being here.
Michael. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So that's my healing. That's how that works. So yeah, important. I saw someone had a question. If you want to ask it, you can. I love it when I get zeros. It's pretty much amazing. I need healing, please. My son passed. His birthday was on Wednesday. I have tension, pain in my back. I'm so sorry to hear about your son's passing. I'm going to say this just because I know that you weren't intending to kind of share that, Sandra, in the sense that like you weren't trying to. Anyway, I know you were just giving me information. I do want to say, though, be careful with putting any personal information in the chat because scammers will use my pictures, they'll use my name, a thing that looks similar to me, and then they're going to message you and ask you or say, I have a reading for you. I want you to know that I'll never message you for a reading. It's very important for you to know that I'll never send you a direct message saying that I am picking up something for you or I have a reading for you or anything like that. That'll never happen. And so if someone ever does, ignore it. Please ignore it. It's fake. It's not real. It's not me. I promise you it's not me. So just know that because scammers watch these lives, wait to see what people say, and then they send messages to try to scam them out of money. So I'll never ask you for money through a reading or anything like that. So I just really need to say that. So I was just doing healing. And then I think Cheeky Blondie were asking how to ask a question. So I don't do psychic readings like that, like most people on TikTok, where you kind of just throw something out there and then I tell you what I feel. I'm not really that kind of reader. I don't think that that's genuine, really, to be honest. So yeah, I don't read like that. I pick someone. Either I pick someone if I'm doing psychic reading, I pick you because I'm drawn to you, or I throw it out there. But for psychic reading, I'll just go to direct. Go direct with it. This was actually a question I meant to ask earlier. How do you feel about the use of cannabis and how it impedes the connection to spirit? Yeah, I don't recommend. I don't recommend that you use any kind of substance when you are going to do work with spirit, because you want to learn how to have these experiences without any kind of substances, because you're trying to train your awareness to do these on its own. You don't want to have a crutch of any kind, and you want to learn how to connect. So I don't recommend you doing any of this whilst under any influence of anything, so that you can learn how to properly connect. Other than your prescription medications, of course. Yes, that is very true. In fact, if it's a medication that you're going to take the rest of your life, then you have to learn how to do it with that medication. So yeah, under the influence of anything recreational, I should say. But if it's a medication you actually need for your life, you should probably be taking that. So I just want to make sure we get that clarity. Thanks for saying that, Janelle. I appreciate that clarity. I'm glad that resonates with you. I have a question. Do I just put it in the chat? So I don't answer questions like that. The way that I do it is I bring someone up and I talk about them. So Pamela, the muscles have returned. Are you afraid of my muscles? Oh shoot. Dang it. Okay. So dang it. That sucks. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end the live. I just got restricted because I said the C word, which I should not have said. So dang it. So that's gonna be us for tonight, my little sweethearts. I wish I was able to do more, but I got restricted on saying the C word, so now I have to try to do something to revoke that. So anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. I know I forgot about that. You can't say that word. But I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. And yeah, no, don't worry, Moonlit Mama. It's not your fault. I said the C word. Yeah. So it was my own fault. So anyway, thank you, everybody. I'll be here next week on Monday night. So I will see you then. All right. Take care, everybody.